So basically, math professor Lou Kauffman uses this equation of I equals -1 divided by I, and that creates a continuous fraction iteration as asymmetric time or fundamental time because it takes time to do the process of the division or multiplication as the number one. So you have this inherent process of 1 and -1 that's asymmetric due to an algebraic time shift. And this equation is the same as Alain-Kahn's equation, 2, 3, infinity, because the velocity of any position is actually an asymmetric time frequency. So it originates from the music theory of Alain-Kahn is 2, 3, infinity. So, and it's also the same as the de Broglie law of phase harmony, because the frequency is a negative frequency as -1, and the velocity is measured from the future, so it's a time reversed signal whenever you have a change in position. So if you assume that matter exists in scientific materialism, you can prove that time is more fundamental than matter. And this is what Lee Smolin calls fundamental time, and Roger Penrose calls it fundamental time. Alain-Kahn calls it primitive time, and math professor Lou Kauffman calls it primordial time. And so it's an inherent flowing before any position of matter is measured. And this means that the velocity originates from the frequency. And this was discovered by de Broglie, realizing that the Planck's constant, the unit of time based on frequency, is actually it has the 1/2 spin inherent to it because of the law of phase harmony. So as a particle moves towards the speed of light, then the frequency goes up based on quantum physics with the frequency as momentum. But due to relativity, the time goes up and gets bigger, and therefore there has to be a second time that's more fundamental from the future, that's guiding all matter as the law of phase harmony with a time reverse signal. And since it's superluminal, then it can only be measured from light itself. And this is what in ancient Greece was known as the self. So the source of the I thought is actually the imaginary number of I as an infinite asymmetric process of time that's harmonization of time and frequency of the future and the past overlapping as a non-locality. So through meditation we can listen to the source of the I using synchronized breathing and visualizing the source of light with our eyes closed, and we're able to then resonate with the future and absorb the negative frequency from the future as the virtual photon energy is then transformed into increased photons that eventually, when trapped, become increased matter, harmonized matter from the stored up negative frequency information. So this is the secret of meditation, and Lou Kauffman demonstrates the body movements being non-commutative via the trick of the Dirac dance that Lou Kauffman developed with Eddie Oceans with their quaternion handshake. And Eddie Oceans then realized the secret of non-Western meditation as alchemy is, or Neigong internal martial arts, is due to non-commutativity of this fundamental time process. So you can either call it 2-3 infinity from music theory, or you can call it I equals -1 divided by I, or you can call it the law of phase harmony, as Louis de Broglie called it, or I just called it complementary opposites, or the Taoism describes this, or the three gunas of India describes it, or it's the gom of our original human culture. So this is the ancient secret of truth, of reality, that our humans figured out as a synchronization of time with the frequency of light and the ability to resonate future time as the source of light, and then have inherent healing to reality. Okay, thank you.